Tonight, a federal judge is preparing to make a big decision about Wisconsin's presidential primary scheduled for next week.
And Minnesota's governor is voicing his frustration over lack of medical supplies for the state, what he's doing to address the need.
Plus, the challenges of e-learning. As students prepare to spend the next month learning online, we take a look at how Duluth is adapting to the change.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. More COVID-19 related deaths are being reported in our region tonight. The UP reported its first death as Michigan saw an increase of 1,700 cases.
Wisconsin and Minnesota health officials are also reporting an increase in cases and deaths. Minnesota saw 5 more deaths today, bringing the total to 17 among nearly 700 cases. Wisconsin is up to about 1,600 cases with 25 deaths. Michigan saw an increase of 1,700 cases between yesterday and today. They now have nearly 10,000 with 330 deaths. Of the more than 900,000 cases worldwide, there have been almost 200,000 recoveries.
We are now closing in on almost 1 week since Minnesota's governor issued a stay-at-home order for the people in the state. That means a lot of people are working at home with their significant others. CBS3's Leanne Valdez explains the best practices for staying productive and positive during that time.
I've been hearing from a lot of people it's certainly not easy or what they had imagined, being cooped up with their significant other 24 hours a day.
Katie Erickson, psychotherapist at Duluth Counseling Center, says she knows some couples are having a difficult time.
I'm sure there's some that are struggling now, having never spent this amount of time with their significant other.
Working long hours side by side your partner during a pandemic isn't ideal and worries some.
So there's no manual that came with this situation that came on very suddenly.
But there are some things you can do to help ease the uncertainty and stress level in the home. Number 1, keeping a routine is vital.
Routines and getting up is getting dressed if you're going to work, and pretending having lunch and pretending your day is as normal as what it used to look like.
Number 2, distance and having a designated workplace is very important.
Really making it clear, like, this room is my room for my office, this is where the kids do school if there's children.
Lastly, she says multitasking may not be the solution to everything.
Yeah, I think that, multitasking we know doesn't work for anybody, even if we think we'd do better multitasking.
Save those non-work conversations until after you've clocked out to have full focus. Though it's too early to tell if divorce rates have or will go up after this simmers down.
I can only imagine the increase. We haven't seen it yet, but that's not abnormal in that we'll see it when it's over.
Erickson says it may bring some couples closer than ever.
Sometimes that makes people closer when you go through an epidemic like this. I know that there was one of the highest birth rates after 9/11.
Making sure you are patient also helps, and knowing that everyone is doing the best they can during these times.
Past 6, frustration from the Minnesota governor's office today about the ongoing lack of supplies for coronavirus testing. Department of Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm spoke out, saying repeated requests for supplies from the federal DHHS have received no response. She says other promised supplies have not shown up, and now the state is running out of what they need to both take and run the tests. And the supplies they've tried to buy themselves are back-ordered for a month.
So all of these really make the testing situation quite a bit more multi-layered and complex than what I think some of the messaging from our federal colleagues has been.
Malcolm says new, quicker testing strategies are being developed, but they're not ready yet. The governor's office has said it's possible to get an accurate idea of the virus's spread in Minnesota until there's more testing. Governor Walz will give his State of the State address Sunday night. That will start at 7 and will be delivered from his home in St. Paul. We'll stream his speech on our website and Facebook page.
A federal judge is set to hear arguments on why he should postpone Wisconsin's presidential primary and other spring elections Tuesday to give voters more time to file absentee ballots. As of today, the election will be held as scheduled on Tuesday, despite concerns about the coronavirus. Multiple groups, including the Democratic National Committee, have filed 3 federal lawsuits. They are seeking to postpone in-person voting until after Governor Tony Evers' stay-at-home order expires, allow clerks to send absentee ballots to all registered voters, and give clerks until June 2nd to count ballots. Meanwhile, Wisconsin's governor is deploying the National Guard to help staff polling sites for the state's presidential primary. Election clerks say poll workers are quitting in droves in fear of contracting coronavirus during Tuesday's election. More than 100 cities across the state say they don't have enough people to staff even one polling site. Superior is also asking for poll workers.
Now, if the election does go on as planned on Tuesday, elected officials are encouraging everyone to vote absentee. The deadline to request an absentee ballot is 5 p.m. tomorrow. It must be received by your city clerk by April 7th, no later than 8 p.m. The city of Superior is also offering curbside voting at certain polling locations that will be open. The April 7th ballot features the presidential primary, Supreme Court race, and local elections. No word yet on how May 12th special election to fill the 7th district congressional seat will be affected.
Governor Tony Evers made a clarification to Wisconsin's stay-at-home order today. He says vape, smoking, and cigar shops are non-essential businesses and must close. Liquor stores, on the other hand, are essential and can stay open. If you have questions about COVID-19 symptoms or treatment, you can call the number listed on your screen there. You can also find it on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. All right, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Dave, still some sunshine shining on some folks out there today.
Yeah, I thought today we'd have a 50-50 chance for that rain to come into our region.
Okay.
Looks like it went the other 50%.
Hey,
because,
you know,
yeah,
50-50.
It's fairly gorgeous out there right now. The rain is dragging its heels, and it's over by the border with North Dakota. So this live look of the Hibbing area shows a blue sky still in place, even though at 5 o'clock we looked at Ely. It looked a little bit gray there, and then conversely in Grand Marais it was on the sunnier side. Well, the clouds should fill in tonight. The clouds are still advancing slower than expected, and that low pressure system's bringing in rain and a rain and snow mix, and if it starts later on tonight, it could stick around through Friday night, maybe even early Saturday morning. Our day planner for Thursday says there should be a 60% chance for a bit of mix in the morning, 50% chance of rain around lunchtime, 70% chance of rain by this time tomorrow night. If the mix tries to stick, it could add up to a couple inches of snow, especially to our north and west. And we'll show you the latest chart on that coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. The Red Cross is asking anyone who can to share their health. The organization has had to cancel more than 12,000 blood drives nationwide due to coronavirus. That means they've had 350,000 fewer donations than expected. Now they're asking people who are healthy to donate. Hospitals still need a steady supply.
Once the economy gets going, once hospital procedures start opening up, it's going to be really important as we get into late spring and early summer that people are out donating blood.
Williams says blood drives are working hard to protect donors, including temperature checks and sanitizing workspaces, so it is safe to donate.
We're getting a better idea of exactly how Duluth students will learn from home for the next month. While Minnesota began distance learning this week, Duluth School District Superintendent Bill Gronseth says Duluth schools are using this week as an orientation period to help get students and families used to the process. Teachers are issuing weekly learning packets, which are available online and for delivery to families. The delivery option is to ensure students who live in more rural areas of the city still have access to learning materials.
So we know that we have hundreds of kids who either don't have internet service or don't have devices. And so everything that we are doing in our Google Classrooms is also available in paper packets.
Gronseth says those packets can be picked up at any food site. The packets are created based on grade and subject. Now, the orientation week is helping students wrap up their third quarter academic work. Then next week, it's spring break before students pick up the fourth quarter the week after that.
Virtual learning at Duluth East hasn't stopped students from showing their school pride. This week is when Duluth East normally holds their School Spirit Week. Students and teachers set up Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages so they can keep the tradition alive. Danielle Westholm, an English teacher at Duluth East, says keeping Spirit Week alive is one way to create a sense of community in times of uncertainty.
In this time of so much uncertainty, I think that it really creates stability for them, and it still gives them a way to build community amongst themselves.
Today's theme was Wacky Hair Day.
Cloquet is closing its playgrounds and athletics facilities. They hope the move will stop the spread of COVID-19. Sidewalks, trails, and other outdoor public spaces will stay open, but you're asked to practice safe social distancing.
While Minnesota's 2020 fishing season is still a go, the state has decided to postpone events for the governor's fishing opener. The 73rd annual event was supposed to be held in Otter Tail County starting May 7th of this year, but now it will be held May 6th of next year. This year's fishing season will still open on May 9th. You can find more information on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. You can expect lane closures on part of I-35 in Duluth tomorrow. A section of southbound I-35 from 21st Avenue West to 27th Avenue West will be closed from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. MnDOT crews will be doing some work ahead of the Twin Ports Interchange project, which has been mostly delayed until next spring.
The first phase of a big road improvement project is set to begin in Superior on Monday. The section of Highway 2 and 53, also known as East 2nd Street, will be under construction during the first phase. The project stretches from 2nd Avenue East to 31st Avenue East. Highway 2 and 53 will remain open to traffic, but will be limited to one lane in each direction. The speed limit will also drop from 35 to 25 miles per hour. The project should be wrapped up by October. The second phase of the project will happen next spring. For details on the work, head on over to our website.
Still to come, the show must go on. A major tourist attraction is still scheduled for the summer ahead in Duluth. Why air show officials say they're confident the event can take off this summer.
High temp of 40 here in the Twin Ports kept that trend of cooler by the lake going today. It was into the 50s for some towns inland. Similar trend coming yet again for tomorrow with the addition of that rain chance finally paying off. We'll look at the odds coming up after our break.
Garden mats eliminate 90% of the time spent working in the garden and increase a garden's productivity by 10 to 20%. Garden mats let air and water through, but block sunlight. The pre-measured holes make planting a breeze. We help people grow 100% organic vegetables, weed-free. Garden mats give us our summers back to do the things we love. Go to gardenmats.com.
Everything in our garage is inspired by our racing spirit. Race in for a great deal on the Honda CR-V or HR-V. Only at the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event.
Hi, Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz here. During this unprecedented battle against the COVID-19 virus, I want to say how grateful I am for Minnesota's willingness to help one another. I also want to make sure that I say, continue to watch your local news stations. Local news and local newspapers are putting out facts and not fear, and that's what it's going to take to get through this together. If you need more information, please go to the Minnesota Department of Health website. Together, Minnesotans will defeat this and come out better on the other side. Thank you.
To those who are on the road and keep our warehouses and stores stocked, those cooking the takeout orders and who help us in the store, those who keep things clean, and those who answer the call and keep us safe. We know these are trying times for everyone. So thank you. We're all in this together and appreciate your dedication.
Sports are my passion and the love of my life. And when you watch a sportscast, the biggest compliment that I get is that you seem so excited about what you're talking about. And that's not an act for me. Who doesn't want to see someone, you know, deliver their news in a fun way? So if you love it, I love it, you're going to see the authenticity that I think I bring to CBS3 Sports.
Watch Sports with Kelly Hinseth on CBS3.
My beautiful wife Elizabeth and I had an amazing life until we unexpectedly spent all our money.
Javier and I are broken. We have to move in with you.
What? Now we're living with Elizabeth's sister and her amazing son.
You're the best.
I do have my moments. Yes, life is messy, but this will be the greatest experience of our lives. Or perhaps we might need jobs. Who's ready to party?
Broke, premiering Thursday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on CBS.
CBS3 weather is brought to you by LifeView Glaucoma Center. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
April is here. March has wrapped up, so let's eye up the temperature trends that were the month of March. March came up 3.5 degrees warmer than normal. That's on the heels of February being almost a degree cooler than normal. So with January, February, March all averaged together, so far 2020 is plus 2.9 degrees warmer than normal. 2019 was about 0.2 of a degree warmer than normal. So we're a little bit on the toastier side, but looking at some of the yards with snow still in them, well, you wouldn't think so around here. And there is a chance for a little more snow coming here tonight and through Friday. Could try to stick, especially north and west of Duluth. Again, we'll show you the latest chart on that in just a little bit. But here's what's going on current condition-wise at the airport in Duluth. Thought it was going to cloud up a little earlier than this, frankly, but we see some clouds still trying to get into the sky, of course, and so the trend of increasing clouds still increasing tonight will come across. So coming across at the moment, still some sunshine. 39 the current temp, east wind going 11. Relative humidity 65%, and current temperatures, well, just like the past 2 days, are cooler by the lake, warmer inland. So from International Falls on a ring through Grand Rapids and Moose Lake, we have the 40s, and then the ring continues into Solon Springs and Hayward, where we've got the mid-50s, but cooler by the lake, splitting the difference. Waters meet 49, 40 from Ironwood to Ashland, 36 Superior, then 30s up the North Shore as well. That'll still be with us tomorrow, but maybe by the weekend, latter part of the weekend, even by the lake, we'll start to crack the 50-degree mark. We can always hope. Well, right now, that higher pressure from the last couple of days is still keeping things on the clearer side for the UP and Wisconsin, and at least the Arrowhead portion of Minnesota, but you can see clouds from the west pushing in from a low-pressure system that's right on the border over towards the Fargo region, and from just west of Bemidji towards the Dakotas. Folks there are facing a winter storm watch for this situation. Hasn't come our way. Right now, we're still thinking it's going to be more rain than snow in our neck of the woods, beginning later on tonight and sticking around through perhaps Friday night. And by the time we get to the end of Friday night, well, as far as rain goes, we could get 1/4 to 1.5 inches. And if the snow tries to stick during the overnight hours, it could stick towards the 2 to 3 inches by International Falls and 1.5 inches towards Hibbing, and then lesser amounts as you go towards Watersmeet, where they should get, frankly, straight up nothing as far as the way snow goes. Now, what's coming our way then for the weekend? Well, once our low goes, high pressure comes in for Saturday, going to make it nice and sunny, but only for a day, because already by Sunday, another low-pressure system could bring back the rain chance. Now, tonight in Minnesota, the rain chance could come around after midnight. Otherwise, clouds are increasing. Minnesota low temps should be in the low 30s, maybe a little bit warmer towards Moose Lake. Wisconsin and Michigan, you get mid to upper 30s for your lows, with clouds threatening to increase in your neck of the woods as well. Tomorrow, 50% chance then for rain. Maybe a snow mix coming in the afternoon, 46 to 55 for the top temps in that neck of the woods. And for Minnesota, high temps should be in the 30s by the lake, but 40s to about 50 farther inland, 50% chance for the mix. And then the mix becomes more rain as we go through the system here. Thursday into Friday becomes an 80% chance for the precip, and then does finally go away Saturday, Tony. And then finally, I think even in Duluth, 50 will come by Monday. But the price we pay for that pleasure is an increase in clouds again and another soaking rain that could stick around for a couple of days.
All that rain, that's not an April Fool's joke, is it?
No, it's those April showers coming in on cue. Hopefully they pay off with the Mayflowers in 30 days.
Sounds like a decent plan. Thanks, Dave. The Duluth Air Show is still planning to take off this summer despite concerns about coronavirus. This year's show is scheduled for July 18th and 19th. It's supposed to feature the Air Force Thunderbirds, who have stopped performing in shows until at least May 15th. Air show reps say, unlike Grandma's Marathon, they don't need medical staff on standby. The event is also later in the summer, so they're optimistic it will happen.
We have a major partner, a presenting partner in Essentia Health, and we're in close partnership with them in determining what those necessary steps are that we're going to need to take should we be able to continue with the event.
Airshow reps say if you buy tickets and they end up having to cancel, they will honor the tickets at next year's event.
Duluth's Public Library is going virtual. If you don't have a library card, you can now apply for an e-access card. It will let you check out ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, and other databases. We have a link where you can apply on our website.
Stay tuned, because Kelly Hinseth is coming up next with sports.
Northwest Outlet is closed temporarily due to state regulation. Stay safe, everyone.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
If you have to work from home and teach from home, then we think you should be able to pizza from home too. Right now, get Pizza Hut's best delivery deal. Large pizzas with up to 3 toppings for just $9.99. Available for carryout or ask about contactless delivery at pizzahut.com.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Vaping has been declared a national epidemic among youth. 1 in 3 high schoolers vape in northeastern Minnesota.
My child started having seizures from vaping. There's still so many unknown chemicals.
1 vape cartridge has as much nicotine as at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
My child was hospitalized with severe lung injuries.
They said it was no big deal.
My child said it was no risk.
That it was under control.
That's what my child said. But what could I have said? Get the facts and talk to your child today.
Hi, Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz here. During this unprecedented battle against the COVID-19 virus, I want to say how grateful I am for Minnesota's willingness to help one another. I also want to make sure that I say, continue to watch your local news stations. Local news and local newspapers are putting out facts and not fear, and that's what it's going to take to get through this together. If you need more information, please go to the Minnesota Department of Health website. Together, Minnesotans will defeat this and come out better on the other side. Thank you.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother and I know how hard it could be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it could be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
Come on down for big laughs. Hello, everybody. I like those glasses.
Trying to imitate you.
Come on down for rip-roaring fun. Amazing. You made it. Come on down for spectacular surprises. $35,000. Just won $200,000. Oh, yeah. It's a new car. You need this in your life. Yes. Boy, is it going to be a good hour. The Price is Right. Weekday CBS Daytime.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Welcome back into sports. My name is Kelly Hinseth. I am broadcasting from my home to ensure that we are social distancing over at CBS3. Kristen and Tony, I still miss you, I just have to say. And unfortunately for the world of sports, another major event has fallen victim to this global pandemic. Take a look. Wimbledon has officially been canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The All England Club made the announcement on the official tournament website earlier today, canceling the Grand Slam tennis event for the first time since World War II. Originally scheduled to take place at the end of this June in London, organizers will not try to replay the tournament in 2020, instead saying the 134th edition of the tournament will take place in the summer of 2021. It is the first of the major tennis championships to be canceled due to the coronavirus. Played since 1877, only the 2 world wars and now the coronavirus pandemic have kept the annual tennis championship from being played. And on that same day that Wimbledon was canceled, Major League Baseball has now canceled the 2020 London series. The game between the Cubs and the Cardinals was scheduled for June 13th and 14th, but won't happen because of the pandemic. The inaugural London series took place last season between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Before today's announcement, the league had already canceled games scheduled in Mexico City and Puerto Rico. Opening day was originally scheduled for March 26th and has been pushed back to mid-May at the earliest. Switching gears a bit, if you are getting a little stir crazy here in the current situation we're in, DuluthAdventures.com may have a solution for you. Mike Ward, the creator of Duluth Adventures, started this website last year as a way to share different routes and outdoor activities in Duluth. The website offers a map and details on different routes, including biking, hiking, canoeing, and trail running, and combines them into challenges and routes. It also offers people's perspective and experience on a collective message board.
I did a few of these kind of solo adventures and thought it might be a fun idea to open it up to the world and see if other people have done adventures like that, and kind of just a way to build a community around I think just the awesome options that we have to do stuff like this here in Duluth.
Do you have any examples?
Now, I was on this website for probably an hour last night trying to figure out things that I could do during this time. I don't have a canoe and I don't have a bike, so if anybody out there wants to lend me their canoe or their bike during this time, I promise to bring it back. I just really want to complete one of these routes. You can head to our website for a link to DuluthAdventures.com to see all the routes and see what's out there. It's a pretty awesome message board people contribute to. But for now, Kristen and Tony, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We miss you
we
too,
miss
by
her
the
too,
way.
right? Yeah.
Well, coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, the St. Louis County Jail is sending some low-level inmates home, and it's all because of COVID-19. St. Louis County Sheriff Ross Littman says they're trying to bring down the jail's population for health and safety reasons, and that's brought some of the lowest inmate population numbers in decades. Littman says the jail holds a maximum of 175 inmates. As of today, 110 inmates were behind bars. They saw the lowest number so far on March 26th, when there were 91 inmates. Littman says he hopes this move will keep everyone with the jail system safe.
We'll do our best to, not only keep the inmates that are remanded to the Sheriff's Office custody safe and secure in the facility, but also all the law enforcement agencies that frequent and bring these detainees in. And equally, if not more importantly, make sure that we keep the staff that work in the facility safe and healthy as well.
We'll have much more on this story tonight at 10.
All right, real quick, Dave, are we going to see any more sunshine, or was today kind of the last of it?
Today should be the last of it, perhaps until Saturday. So
Okay.
filling in the void in between will be clouds and rain chances and mixed chances during the overnight. Mixes that might try to stick to the ground to the northwest of Minnesota, or of the Twin Ports here. Looking at the temperature trends, 42 Thursday, 45 Friday, Saturday the great day. Partly cloudy sky, high temp 42.
All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.
CBS